The Lakers begin the game with the basketball. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, each won just 1 with the Lakers. Elgin Baylor didn't win any. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans because when you see the likes of Kobe or Michael Jordan, they won all their championships in the same city. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
Timberwolves have the basketball. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. To Ball. And stuffs it home.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay. But you're definitely not fooling me twice.
Butler to Gibson. JaVale McGee swats it. That's his first.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Gets a look. Can't hit. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Hey, look. Sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
First one, count it. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2 to Caldwell Pope. From the painted area, won't go down.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Wiggins to Taj Gibson. Shot clock winding down. Gibson. That's not his range. It's no good. To Caldwell Pope. Jay, last year the Lakers 35-47, but that was before the King headed out west. What impact, obviously, will LeBron James have on this Lakers team and their record?
There's no doubt that I think the Lakers will get over 35 wins. Will they get over 50, though, is the major question. I don't see that happening, considering last year only 2 teams in the West, Golden State and Houston, had over 50 wins.
West is loaded, so if you don't get over 50, if you're the Lakers, are you still in the playoffs?
I think the Lakers will probably be a 6th seed. Yes, they will be in the playoffs this year.
T-Wolves at the controls going up the floor. Butler to Gibson. Oh, the whistle. Shaked. Take your hands off of me.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Butler lobs it up, flushes down the slam.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Hart to Kyle Kuzma. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot from the lane won't go.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Another follow, stays out.
And physicality, these guys get any easy ones down low, make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Nothing going here on that drive. Stevenson can't get past the defender. Taj Gibson above the rim. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Los Angeles, they have it to James. Nothing going here on that drive to Stevenson. Nothing's going to stop him in pursuit of the basketball. Here's James. Can't connect.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was his shot.
The assist from number 0, Jeff.
Hart. Knocked loose. Taken by the Wolves. Throws it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. James into the front court. Down 5. Beyond the arc for 3. His first effort off the mark.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Jay, the Lakers, not just a great franchise, but they are a brand in the NBA. With LeBron James, what do you make of Laker fans accepting him maybe now or down the road as one of their own?
They better accept him now. I agree wholeheartedly with Jeannie Buss when she said they're not Laker fans if they're not happy about LeBron James. He is a Laker, and this is one of the most loyal fan bases we have, not just in this country. But in the entire world, the most Twitter followers of all the teams in the NBA.
LeBron James with the rock. He cruises in for 2. Too easy. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds with the agilities of a guard. He can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
LeBron with it up top. Margins 8. LeBron James now 3 for 9.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
To Kyle Kuzma. Big finish at the rim.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Derrick Rose missed his first. That one goes.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Oh, he had him there for a second. James. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Josh Okogie at the line. First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2. Lakers at the controls right now to Stevenson. Lets it fly from long range. Unbothered. Josh Hart hits the 3.
That move right there, that seeps into the defender's psyche. Let's just hope his feelings didn't get hurt as well on that play.
Butler. Oh, he had it. Across the timeline comes James. 5-point game. And the slam.
You can finally see this team starting to get their rhythm and their groove offensively. This is a good run to get them back in the ballgame.
A shot at the buzzer, and it's no good as time runs out on the first quarter of play. Second quarter set to start. This is what we like. This game is certainly in the balance.
Yeah, both teams have came out. They played with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
Rose. Here comes the screen. They'll go to Butler down low. Jimmy Butler. He's 2 for 2 now.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Lakers ball. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Lonzo Ball is so different. There's something special about a player that can always deliver the ball on time and on target. Let me break that down for you. The on-time part means the ball isn't delivered 1 second too late or 1 second too early, but at the perfect time for you to go right into your shot or make a play. The on-target aspect means that the ball is either delivered right in the pocket for a shooter, or for a big, it hits you right in the chest so you can go up for a slam. With his head constantly on a swivel, it's safe to say that Lonzo Ball is already an elite passer.
Ball with the basketball. He'll run the offense. And a chance coming up at the line.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
JaVale McGee at the line. Can't connect on the first free throw. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Jimmy Butler goes down last year, nearly cost Minnesota the playoffs. When he's healthy, what makes him so dangerous?
Well, he's a versatile player. He's a guy that can lock up on a defensive end and a guy that can give you 20-plus points every single night. Let's remember, he missed 21 games last year. That's a quarter of the season. But the team didn't do that bad without him. They went 10 and 11. If these guys can finally come together and build some chemistry, they're a team that could be a 6 or a 5 seed in the West.
Wolves have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Karl Anthony Towns. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Rose into the front court. Up 6. Towns doesn't have the touch. Oh, and a putback.
I harp on the fundamentals like boxing out at the youth level all the time. You got to be aware where the offensive player is.
Caldwell Pope. Trying to cash in. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Minnesota at the controls. To the basket is Butler, but he can't finish. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and, most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
They get it down for Towns. Yes, Andrew Wiggins. Oh, the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
And every time I think about Andrew Wiggins, I wonder, can that beast mentality be taught? Or is that something that's innately in you? That's always going to be the question looming around Wiggins.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Brandon Ingram trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 65% free throw shooter. Free throw is good to cap off the three-point play. And the lead is down to 3. It's Minnesota basketball. Butler to Teague. Karl Anthony Towns. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
There you go. Finally, shoot your shot.
Teague with it up top. Up by 3. Knocked loose. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. Teague to Butler. JaVale McGee rejects it. Second block in this quarter. Brandon Ingram sends it away. Second block in this quarter.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free.
First one goes down.
For the Los Angeles Lakers, number 1, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Into the game for the Timberwolves, number 1, Tyus Jones.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. 47 wins for Minnesota. They squeak into the playoffs. What's key to take that next step?
If you're Scott Layden, the GM of the Wolves, the one person you're waiting for to arrive is Andrew Wiggins. Now, he had an impressive 3 seasons that earned him a max deal. But we watched this young man go from being the second option behind Jimmy Butler to now the third option behind Karl Anthony Towns. He averaged 17.5 points last year, but you need him to be a max-type player for this team to take the next leap.
Teague to Towns. Slams it down.
In an era where big centers often get devalued, Karl Anthony Towns is a true foundational player. He can function as a traditional center, but also can show you quick moves around the perimeter and knock down that three-point shot from deep.
Taken by the Wolves. Inside, he scores.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Oh, they call the foul, Jay.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. JaVale McGee sends it away. That's his 3rd block this evening.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it. From the painted area, won't go down. Jimmy Butler, he's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
Jimmy Butler's made such an impact on this young Timberwolves team. A guy with a blue-collar mentality, shows up to practice early and stays late. And obviously we saw that in the fact that the Minnesota Timberwolves made the playoffs for the first time last year since 2004.
Butler to Teague. Good on the layup.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Oh, had him going there for a second. Knocked loose. And this will be out of bounds off of Butler. Substitution being made in this one. Kuzma. Knocks it down from mid-range.
And this kid has a chance to be a Laker great. Went from averaging 9 points his rookie year to 16 in his sophomore campaign. Brandon Ingram is a name that you need to recognize.
Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Teague with the basketball. It's a 9-point lead. Short jumper stays out. Another follow. No good.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
To Kyle Kuzma. Has a chance. Too much contact. And free throws coming.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
Kyle Kuzma at the line. Off the mark on the first free throw. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. T-Wolves with the basketball. Able to convert inside.
I think the defender had absolutely zero chance on that play.
Wolves have it. Long key from three-quarters court. Time expires to end the first half as the Timberwolves enjoy a nice cushion so far.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Timberwolves will start the second half with a decent lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Lakers would rather be on the opposite end of the scoreboard. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Game track. Assists.
The Los Angeles Lakers are struggling to move the ball and create good looks for each other. What makes it worse is their opponent isn't having nearly the same problem.
Player of the half.
Karl Anthony Towns really showed off his court vision in the first half. When he's able to get the ball moving like that, his team can be tough to stop. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Minnesota with the basketball to Butler. To Taj Gibson. Jumper's good.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Jeff Teague, nice work.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high. But still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
James to Caldwell Pope. Here's LeBron for two. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one. Veteran move right there.
Still blows my mind that this young man is 16 years in the NBA, has not had one bad injury, but more importantly, it's about the respect of the game. That's what LeBron James brings to the table when you think about basketball. You respect the game, you get the benefits.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Teague with it up top. His team on top by 8. Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. Lonzo with it. Looking to make something happen. James. The rebound's taken by Wiggins. JaVale McGee. Huge block. Fourth this contest. LBJ has it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Teague, the pass taken away by the Lakers. To James. Tough make through traffic.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Now a timeout here for the Timberwolves as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game.
Place your bet. Don't miss your chance at some excellent memorabilia.
Butler to Wiggins. Down low Towns. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
James to Caldwell Pope. Kentavious Caldwell Pope. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass. Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. It's James controlling the offense. To Ball. Now pass stolen by the Timberwolves. Taking advantage of the turnover.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
James to Caldwell Pope. Going a launch beyond the arc. Good offense beating good defense. Kentavious Caldwell Pope with the basket.
I love watching these coaches' moments. The coach was literally saying, no, no, no. Yes, yes, yes. That's how you make coaches look like masterminds.
Teague with the basketball. Leads 3. Nothing going here on that drive. Jimmy Butler with that. He's 5 for 9.
You know, every time I watch Jimmy Buckets, the tenacity he plays with on the defensive end, it just reconfirms the fact that he's been named an All-Star 4 times. He shot a career best 47% from the field in 2017-18. So when you think about trying to lock him up, you have to limit his touches, and you have to force him to catch the ball with his back to the basket. Make him put the ball down on the ground and make contested shots, because if you don't, Jimmy Butler will cut you apart.
Ball with it up top. His guys down 3. A lot of contact, no whistle.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
Ball to James. Slam dunk.
Come on. You knew that setup was coming the whole game. But you were patient and you waited until the right moment to use it.
Now a whistle as Minnesota's going to take the timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Nominations can be submitted on our team website.
Shot from the lane won't go. Rondo into the front court. Down 3. LeBron James just not going down.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
Wolves get it back. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way.
Now a drive, but the shot won't fall. Butler to bring it up. Up 5. To Rose. T. Not getting the bounce. LeBron into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to play in this 3rd quarter. And they called the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just got to let them play, ref.
Michael Beasley at the line. And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both. Jones with it. Final minute to play in this 3rd quarter. For 3, he'll take that any day.
And transition defense against the new norm of 3-point shooting in the NBA has changed. You have to get out, stop the ball, and then quickly fan out to 3-point shooters. And whoever's on the weak side needs to clog up the paint. That's the new way to guard the 3-point shot.
Terrific vision. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
It's plain and it's simple. The difference between a winning team and a losing organization is the fact that their ability to finish plays. You have to find a way defensively to finish these type of plays to win this game. That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Michael Beasley at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Two for 2 on that trip. The Timberwolves have the basketball. Butler to Rose. Baseline drive, but he can't finish. Into the front court comes Rondo. Shot clock off as they look to move out in front. And throws it down. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this 4th quarter because the first 3 have lived up to the billing.
Straight on 3. At the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The Lakers have the lead. It'll be Lakers ball as we begin the fourth quarter. And they were able to flip the script in the third because, remember, Jay, they trailed at the break.
Yeah, but if they come out here in the fourth quarter and they think about protecting that lead, that is the wrong mindset. You don't want to protect anything. You want to go after it and hunt it. That's how you really get a win.
From the painted area, won't go down.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Cleaning the offensive glass. Works it up top. Has a look. Just enough of a head one.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Rose. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles in and out.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Rose. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Brandon Ingram with the block. Ooh, 5 now.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Subbing in for the Lakers, number 2, Lonzo Ball.
Los Angeles has the basketball. Ball. Gets a look. Can't hit. Rose into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. Michael Beasley pins it. Ooh, 5 now.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
To Wiggins. He throws it down.
Ed, I think I speak for Minnesota Timberwolves fans everywhere. We're still waiting to see if the real Andrew Wiggins wants to step up and go to the next level. He averaged 18 points per game last year, but that was a drop back from the year before. For a guy being drafted number 1 overall, expectations are sky high.
Rose to Wiggins. Driving right to the basket. In a flash. Scores at the rim.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Timberwolves have the basketball. Rose. To Wiggins. Baseline drive. Wiggins to the basket, but his shot won't go down.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Jones with it. The deficit now up to 5. To Wiggins. Ball into the front court. He'll run the offense. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball 101. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
This offer is only valid during today's game, so take advantage of this great opportunity.
T to Wiggins. The Wolves down to 4 on the shot clock. To Wiggins. Able to convert inside.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Lonzo Ball with the rock. Trying to cash in. Off the mark. Well contested. Rose into the front court. Down 5. Taj Gibson above the rim.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Down low for Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma, strong finish.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Lonzo Ball. It's no good. Shots not going down. Teague with it up top. They're down 3. To Wiggins. Here's Towns for 2. Won't go. To Ball. Almost. And he's not getting the call.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Knocks down the first. And gets both to drop at the line. T-Wolves at the controls going up the floor. T to Wiggins. Has a chance. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Caldwell Pope. Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it.
From a guy who's been there before, tomorrow morning you'll wake up and you would have wished this was a bad dream. But in reality, all you can do is knock the cobwebs off and let it fuel you for tomorrow.
Rondo with the basketball. His guys now trailing by a point. Caldwell Pope. Tough make through traffic.
Ooh, that's clutch. Good patience waiting for the defender to flinch.
Minnesota at the controls. Probing the defense. Teague to Wiggins. Five to shoot for Minnesota. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Nice touch around the basket with the tip. Now the Lakers going to use a timeout. They trail by 1. Who's it going to be as they get ready for the final shot? They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. It's James. That's good D. Shot no good. It's a victory for the Timberwolves as they just squeak this one out by a point. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
is Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Timberwolves did what great teams do best: finish. They were very opportunistic on defense, and it earned them a bunch of steals. Those first turnovers made all of the difference. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Lakers just couldn't close this one out. And while they didn't win the game, they could have won a dunk contest. They put down plenty of slams in this matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Game track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
Anthony Towns put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in a zone, he just took it to another level. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a view of the upcoming games for the Los Angeles Lakers. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose.